Here are the splits for the 10 miles of recovery today.
Holding all the cards and always kept me in the dark. I never thought I could shake this heartache until I saw your light, and it's got me feeling like life is good, yeah. Life is good, yeah.
Oh, hey Dad, did you know that the Santa Fe Springs Shamrock 5K was on the same day as the LA Marathon?
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, Viviana Casillas, only 10 years old, got her PB in the 5K with an amazing 23:04. Wow.
Good job, Viv, and stay patient, listen to your daddy, and soon you'll be able to run fast just like me and Evan.
All right, let's go. Hey, Julian.
Hey, Gabrielle.
Hey, we heard that you were getting ready for cross country and track. So we just wanted to wish you all the best and have a ton of fun. All right, let's go.
Life is good, life is good.
Welcome to another episode of the AHRC Marathon Training Vlog. MK here with Evan and Cole. And it's Friday. We have 10 miles of recovery today. It's a good one. A perfect day to shake out the legs and revitalize. All right, let's go. Yesterday, my good friend Alan J had a question about Revel Mt Charleston Marathon. AJ's going for a 3:40 marathon. He says he's not really good at downhill running, and he's wondering if I had any tips for him. So today, we're gonna talk about my very best tips for the Revel Mt Charleston Marathon. All right, let's go.
Hey, Daddy, didn't you do that race before?
Yes, I did. Actually, I ran that race during the pandemic in 2020, 4 years ago, with Cole.
How'd you do?
Oh, not bad. I didn't really train for it. I was doing long distance ultra trail running at the time, but I ran 2:58, and Cole actually ran his second marathon ever and went sub 4 with a 3:56 in that race. Awesome. Revel Mt Charleston starts at 7,600 feet and it ends at 2,500 feet of elevation. So that's over 5,000 feet of elevation loss from start to finish. There's about 3,000 feet of elevation loss to the first half and about 2,000 feet of elevation loss in the second half. So it's a lot steeper in the first half than the second, which is good because you're at low levels of oxygen at the start. So to get out of that sooner than later is beneficial. I'll touch on a little bit later about why altitude is such a big factor in this race. I've had a lot of good friends who've used Revel as a race opportunity to qualify for the Boston Marathon, also as an opportunity to try to grab a very nice personal best marathon time. And I've also seen a lot of those friends end up with very serious and long-lasting injuries. It's no knock on the Revel series. I think they have a great marathon event. I think they put on a very, very well-polished event. And even though it's very small, they have the resources to put on a pretty high-quality marathon race. So it's nothing on the race organizers, but more so on the athletes. I think the participants kind of try to make their dreams come to life, and it's a little bit too much for the body to handle. And a lot of runners end up racing an entire 26.2 miles at a pace that they never touched during training. So you can imagine the type of damage, and I'm afraid to say sometimes even permanent damage that can happen when putting the body through something like that. So AJ, my best advice is this: if you're going for 340, then do all the workouts for 340. Do not take into account that there's going to be this massive elevation loss, and you're going to be able to utilize gravity and run at a faster pace than what you trained at. Instead, train for 340. Do the workouts. Enter all of your VDOT calculated paces and be accustomed to running at 8 minutes and 23 seconds per mile as your goal marathon pace. Do all of the threshold and VO2 max workouts that align with a goal marathon finish of 3 hours and 40 minutes. And even if you can't complete all the workouts and you can't hit all the paces, it's okay. You'll still be spending enough time at each of the different pace zones that tax the different systems that correlate with VO2 max, threshold, and marathon, that you'll be able to race Revel Mt. Charleston without injuring yourself. Now you have to take into real serious consideration that Revel Mt. Charleston starts at an altitude of 7,600 feet, and you should plan on not getting a lot of help in the first half marathon. Your muscles aren't going to get a lot of oxygen, and it's going to fatigue faster. So if you don't train at marathon pace at 8:23 per mile, and if you don't feel comfortable on a flat course at 8:23 per mile, then it's going to be pretty taxing on your body in the first half, and you may implode in the second half. So make sure you can get in between 12 and 16 miles of continuous marathon pace at 8:23 per mile before race day. A lot of people ask, should I do a practice run on a downhill course? And my definite answer to that is no. It's an emphatic no. All you will do is just trash your quads, and then you're going to require a few days of recovery afterwards, which is a few days of workouts that you're going to be missing, and you'll be less fit for the race. My advice is to get as much training in as you can before Mount Charleston, run on difficult course at the same paces that you'll race at, and your legs will feel a similar amount of stress that you will feel on race day. It's true that if you do a lot of practice on downhill courses and do a lot of running that require negative contraction of the muscles, especially of the front quads, then you may have a little bit of an advantage and be better prepared to navigate all of that elevation loss during the race. However, if you focus on that, then you do a huge trade-in on the fitness required to race the last 10K of the marathon, and you might end up walking it. So it's better just to have good marathon fitness, because the end of the race is the race itself, and that's where it's going to count the most. So train for the last 10K of your race as if it's flat, which it practically is, and don't put a lot of stock into the idea that there's a big elevation drop. Keep yourself healthy, keep yourself safe, and get fitter and faster during this marathon build. Be in the best shape of your life and go crush that race at Revel Mt. Charleston. All right, let's go. I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to our Patreon team. I really can't do it without you. Thank you so much. I don't think I've really figured out how to do this Instagram thing, but I'm trying. You can find us on Instagram and Strava over here. It's good to be back on the daily vlog. Don't miss a single episode, and make sure you subscribe and like this video. Help it get out to as many people as possible. Sure do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining me all the way to the end of this talk about how to crush that Revel Mt. Charleston Marathon. And thanks for all the love that you guys have shown us in the last couple of weeks. So much appreciated. Our race videos are just going through the roof with views and likes and comments and all the love and support. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day and a meaningful run. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye now.